Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. What if I told you that many men unknowingly sabotage their own lives by saying just 6 simple things? Things that reveal a mindset stuck in ignorance and weakness, keeping them trapped in frustration and failure. Maybe you've heard these phrases yourself, or worse, said them, without realizing how deeply they limit your potential. In this video, we'll expose the 6 things a stupid man always says and show you why these words are the silent enemies of growth, confidence, and true strength. These aren't just silly remarks. They are reflections of a flawed mindset that Stoic philosophy warns us against. If you want to rise above the noise, gain clarity, and build an unshakable mindset rooted in wisdom, you must watch this video till the very end. Every point you'll discover is a stepping stone to mastering your emotions, reclaiming control, and living like a modern Stoic warrior. Ready to break free from the chains of foolish talk? Let's dive in. Your transformation starts now. Number 1. I need everyone to agree with me. One of the quickest signs that someone, thinking like a fool, is when they insist, "I need everyone to agree with me." Think about it. Why do you feel this way? Why does your sense of worth depend on universal approval? If you're constantly chasing agreement, you're handing over control of your mind and peace to others. That's a trap. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoics, reminds us that if someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake in any thought or action, I shall gladly change. I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. See, the goal isn't to be right all the time or have everyone nod along. The goal is to be aligned with reality and virtue. When you demand agreement, you're actually chasing a mirage, an illusion that if everyone validates you, you are somehow more secure or important. But real strength, it's standing firm in your values and reason even when the crowd disagrees. Here, what you can do starting today. When you feel that itch, that need to get everyone on your side, pause. Take a breath and remind yourself, not everyone's opinion defines me. Your peace comes from within. Practice distinguishing between what you control, your thoughts, your actions, and what you don't, others' beliefs, judgments. Try this practical exercise. The next time you feel the urge to seek universal agreement, deliberately step back. Ask yourself, is this disagreement a threat to my virtue or my truth? Most of the time, it's not. It's just noise. This little mental habit rewires your brain toward emotional independence. Remember, the Stoics teach that it's foolish to let your happiness depend on the approval of others. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So, don't waste energy trying to control what is outside your control, other people's opinions. You don't need everyone's agreement to live a life of purpose and integrity. In fact, embracing dissent can sharpen your understanding and help you grow. Start building that inner fortress of calm and confidence today, where your value isn't up for debate. Number 2, why does life have to be so unfair to me? Why does life have to be so unfair to me? If this sentence has ever popped into your head, it's time to pause and reconsider the story you're telling yourself. Because, let's be real, thinking like this is exactly what keeps you stuck, powerless, and frustrated. It's the hallmark of a mindset that refuses to take ownership and instead plays the victim. Stoicism teaches us something powerful here. Life itself isn't unfair. Life simply is. It doesn't owe you anything, and neither does the world. Your challenge isn't to make life fair. It's to train your mind to respond with wisdom, strength, and resilience no matter what gets thrown at you. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." See, life's obstacles are not enemies but opportunities for growth. When you say, "Why does life have to be so unfair?" you're putting yourself in a reactive position. You're letting external circumstances control your emotions and your power. But what if you flip the script? What if, instead of lamenting the unfairness, you chose to focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, your reactions, your choices? That's the real freedom. Here's a simple exercise to get started. The next time you feel like blaming the world, stop. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what can I control right now? It might be your attitude, your next action, or how you treat someone else. Focus on that. Let go of the rest. Another practical habit is journaling daily on this question. How did I respond to difficulty today? Did I blame, complain, or take action? Writing this down brings awareness and creates a shift in your mindset over time. Remember, Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If you keep thinking life is unfair, you'll stay stuck in frustration. But if you start responding like a Stoic, calm, strong, and purposeful, you reclaim your power. So drop the question, why does life have to be so unfair to me? And replace it with, how can I turn this challenge into my advantage? That's the mindset that wins. That's the mindset that transforms struggle into strength. You've got this. Number 3, I can't control what happens to me. You might catch yourself saying, I can't control what happens to me. And honestly, it sounds reasonable, right? Life throws curveballs, unexpected things occur, chaos is real. But here's the thing, while you absolutely can't control every event that lands on your path, you can control how you respond to it. That distinction, it's everything. It's what separates the man who feels powerless from the man who takes charge of his own mind. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoics, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Feel that. It's a call to action. You might not control the storm, but you can control whether you stand firm or crumble in the rain. Now, this isn't just some motivational fluff. It's a mindset shift you can practice, train, and master daily. When you catch yourself blaming the world for your problems, pause. Ask yourself, what's in my control right now? The answer will always be your thoughts, your judgments, your reactions, and that's where your power lies. Try this simple exercise. The next time something unexpected throws you off, stop, breathe. Label the event as outside your control, then immediately shift focus inward. What can you do? Can you change your attitude? Can you learn from it? Can you adjust your plan? This practice rewires your brain away from victimhood and towards resilience. Remember, it's not about denying reality or pretending you're a master of everything. It's about refusing to be ruled by events. The Stoics didn't seek to escape life's difficulties. They trained themselves to dance with them gracefully. So next time you're tempted to say, I can't control what happens to me, remember, you can control your mind. And that control is the key to freedom. Start small, start now. Control your mind and watch how your life changes. Number 4, people owe me respect and attention. Here's a tough pill to swallow. Nobody owes you respect or attention. That belief that people must treat you a certain way is one of the biggest traps that foolish men fall into. It's easy to think, I deserve respect just because I exist, or people should listen when I speak. But this expectation, it's a recipe for frustration and disappointment. Marcus Aurelius taught that external things, like others' opinions or how they treat you, are beyond your control. Your power lies in how you respond. Expecting respect or attention as a right puts your happiness in the hands of others, which is dangerous and unstable. Why? Because people will never consistently behave exactly how you want. Sometimes they'll ignore you, dismiss you, or even disrespect you. That's life. You can't control their actions, only your reaction. So here's the shift you need. Stop thinking you're owed respect. Instead, focus on earning it through your character, your actions, your integrity. True respect is given, never demanded. When you act with virtue, people naturally notice. But even if they don't, your peace shouldn't depend on their recognition. Try this practical exercise. When you catch yourself feeling annoyed or upset because someone ignored or disrespected you, pause. Ask, am I expecting something from this person that's beyond my control? Then remind yourself, my worth is not defined by their behavior. Practice stepping back emotionally. Cultivate calm acceptance. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." That craving for forced respect is a kind of poverty. You become poor in spirit if your value is tied to others' attention. Instead, cultivate self-respect. Stand tall in your own values. Be the man who doesn't need external validation to feel whole. That's true power. When you stop demanding respect and start living worthy of it, your confidence grows, and with it, the respect you seek will follow naturally. Remember, your peace and dignity come from within, not from others' fleeting approval. Own that truth today. Number 5, I'm a victim of my circumstances. Saying, I'm a victim of my circumstances, is one of the quickest ways to give away your power, and it's something a stupid man often falls into without even realizing it. When you tell yourself this, you're basically signing up to live life on someone else's terms. You're handing over the steering wheel and letting your environment, your past, or your situation dictate your happiness, your growth, and your success. That's a dangerous place to be. Stoic philosophy flips this thinking on its head. It teaches you that you are not the circumstances you face. You are the one who chooses how to respond to them. Epictetus nailed it when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your external world might be messy, unfair, or unpredictable, but inside you, there's a fortress of control. Your mind, your attitude, your effort, those are yours and yours alone. So what happens when you stop playing the victim? Everything changes. Suddenly, the challenges become your teachers and obstacles transform into stepping stones. You start focusing on what you can control rather than being paralyzed by what you can't. And that's where real growth begins. Here's a simple but powerful exercise. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, I'm a victim, pause and ask, what is within my power right now? Could it be your mindset, your next action, your daily habits? Shift your attention there. Make that your battleground. Another habit that helps is journaling. Write down one situation where you felt victimized and then challenge that thought. Ask yourself, what choices do I have in this? How can I act with wisdom and courage despite this? Remember, Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Victimhood is a trap. It's a story you tell yourself that keeps you stuck, but you don't have to live in that story. You can rewrite it every day, starting now. So drop the victim mentality. Own your power, take control. Because no matter what life throws at you, your response defines who you are and who you will become. Number 6, I'll start tomorrow, today's too hard. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, today's too hard. Sound familiar? It's that little lie you feed yourself when the weight of action feels heavy, when the mountain looks too steep, the path too rough. But here's the catch. Tomorrow never comes without you showing up today. Waiting for the perfect moment is just another way of delaying your own progress. Epictetus, a great Stoic teacher, reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. That means stop waiting for motivation or ease. Life won't always hand you a smooth day. Sometimes it's tough, uncomfortable, even painful. But growth happens in those tough moments, not when you wait on the sidelines. You might feel overwhelmed right now. Maybe the task is big. Maybe your energy is low. That's exactly why you have to start right now. Not tomorrow, not later. Because the only way to conquer hardship is to face it bit by bit. The Stoics call this taking up your cross. embracing difficulty as the necessary path to strength. Here's a practical exercise. When you feel like delaying, set a timer for just 5 minutes. Commit to doing anything related to your goal for those 5 minutes. That's it. Often, starting is the hardest part. Once you break the ice, momentum takes over. You might even surprise yourself by going beyond 5 minutes. Remember, every big change begins with a single step. The longest journey starts with that first move. Don't give power to your fears or the discomfort of today by pushing your life to tomorrow. Your growth waits on your decision to show up now, no matter how small the effort. So when you catch yourself thinking, today's too hard, challenge it. Ask yourself, what can I do right now, even if it's small? Because the power isn't in perfect conditions, it's in your commitment to start anyway. Don't be the man who lets life slip through hesitation. Be the man who acts, who fights, who starts today. Your future self will thank you. Thanks for watching. Remember, the difference between wisdom and foolishness starts with the words you choose and the mindset you build. If you caught yourself saying any of these 6 things, don't stress. Awareness is the first step toward growth. Take control of your thoughts, master your reactions, and practice the timeless wisdom of the Stoics every day. If you want more practical philosophy that can change your life, hit that subscribe button and join the journey. Drop a comment below telling me which one of these things you've caught yourself saying and how you plan to flip it around. Until next time, stay calm, stay disciplined, and keep growing stronger inside and out. Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom, it's your modern power move. See you in the next video.